Did you feel protective of her?
Yeah, I definitely feel protective of her. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So yeah, it's hard.
Hey you all, welcome back to Pearls of Eden. I wanted to share this clip that is resurfacing everywhere with Justin Bieber. I think last year, maybe earlier this year, end of last year, I felt really led for us to pray over Justin Bieber. You can just see that he's so broken and he's been through a lot of trauma. So when this interviewer asked him, did you feel protected, like you could protect her? Who was there to protect Justin Bieber from all of the sexual predators? He was just a young kid when he entered into the industry, and he was left alone with P. Diddy for sleepovers. Who does that, right? But these are the people that so many people look up to. These are the same people that say, hey, you need to vote for the Democrats. You need to vote for Joe Biden. You ain't black if you don't vote for us.
If Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up.
Says the puppet. You see, they have these people on their strings that they want to speak into Black America, speak into the culture. This is how we vote. This is how we do things. And if you don't have discernment or wisdom, you will just eat it up like bread, not understanding that you're feasting off of the table of the enemy. You cannot drink out of the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. And it's so obvious that P. Diddy and his crew and all of them are tied to all of these wicked elites. They hate Trump. That's the one thing they do have in common. Kind of like Jesus. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Herodians, the political system and the religious system all had this thing in common. They didn't like each other, but they hated Jesus. Sound familiar? And before you get on your soapbox, no, I am not comparing Donald Trump to Yahshua, but there is nothing new under the sun. And the Father says, if they did it to his son, Jesus, are we greater than the master, his servants? Absolutely not. They'll do it to us too. So I just thought that I would share that little insight with you. Let's keep going.
Talk about but you. You know what I'm saying? That's a testament to your journalism. Man, you're an inspiration to me, bro.
I want to see where you at. I want to see where you at. You sparked a crazy conversation.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be listening and taking political advice, financial advice, life advice from anyone that's sitting there with a pick in his head, and anyone that has the reputation as Sean Combs does. Why would you take advice from him at all? And this is what is so disturbing about the culture and Black people, because on one hand, they will reprimand the acts of Diddy and R. Kelly, but then on the other hand, they'll play their records, play their music, and just go on about life like they ain't sit up there and be a pedophile and a perpetrator and done so wickedly to so many people. They separate the two. And let's keep watching.
Told everybody to hold their vote.
Yeah.
I want to see where you at with it.
So, a couple of months I told everybody hold their vote hostage. A lot of things have gone on since then. None of us expected. I think this president has done a great job of rattling America. When you move in fear, you don't have any leverage. The way I felt before is the way I still feel. Things have got too serious of a point. Seeing what's going on, white men like Trump need to be banished.
Did he just say that a white man like Trump need to be banished? Meanwhile, you got all kinds of human sex trafficking charges. You've done the unthinkable with baby oil. You've got such a horrendous record. And we don't even know the half. But men like Trump need to be banished. Is this who y'all are taking advice from? I'm just asking a question. Is this your role model? And this is what I have a problem with the Democratic Party, because they get these celebrity puppets to come and tell you who you should be in alignment with and who is your enemy. And of course, they say they're the party of unity, not division, yet they always play the same card. Which card is that, might you ask? You know, the race card. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. And it seems to always work for the same silly people.
That way of thinking is real dangerous.
Now, even Charlemagne is sitting up there looking at P. Diddy like, what you talking about? He don't even believe what he's saying. I don't even think P. Diddy believe what he's saying, if he even knows what he's saying, because it looks like he is out of his mind. It's like he's two sheets to the wind. It's like he's not even there. He is having an outer body experience with his red Solo cup. You know? But he giving you political advice. You cannot make it up, you all. You cannot make this up.
This man literally threatened the lives of us and our families. About going to vote.
Stand back and stand by.
Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
We're in a war. We're not taking this like it's a war. We're taking this like, oh, we're in a presidential election. No, we're in a war of love versus hate.
Y'all, not even Satan himself tells the truth every now and then. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. And he said it. We are in a war. We are definitely in a spiritual war. And it is between righteousness, and it is between righteousness, good and evil. He said love and hate, but good and evil. So he told you all the truth. See, they'll slip up and they'll give you bits of truth, mix in a whole bunch of deception, like he's trying to get you caught up in race and division so that you can keep your focus on that instead of what's really important. Because if they can get you to hate what you should be aligned to, which would actually be a saving grace, right? If they can get you to hate what you should be aligned to, then they have achieved their goal. It's master manipulation.
The number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man is white people.
Explain.
Now, even Charlemagne is sitting up there looking at P. Diddy like, what you talking about? He don't even believe what he's saying. I don't even think P. Diddy believe what he's saying, if he even knows what he's saying, because it looks like he is out of his mind. It's like he's two sheets to the wind. It's like he's not even there. He is having an outer body experience with his red Solo cup. You know? But he giving you political advice. You cannot make it up, you all. You cannot make this up.
If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war.
So, you know, I've got one question. It's just bubbling it up in my spirit. Charlemagne, was you at them PDD parties? Because you do be looking a little effeminate lately. I gotta say it, right? He be looking a little effeminate lately. And I just gotta know, was you up at the Diddy parties, partaking and luxuriating? I know I'm not the only one that want to know.
And war will be waged on corporate America that takes advantage of our dollars and thinks we're not going to fight back.
You think we spent too much time glorifying like rap and entertainment and athletics, and we weren't encouraging our kids to be elected officials, you know, be politicians, be police officers, whatever it was? You think we spent too much time?
He is out of his mind. He is sitting up there about to be angry, half mad during this interview, because he probably ready to get back to his party. Because you know P. Diddy, like Cat Williams say, he liked to party. And you got to tell him no. And you just going on and on about the entertainers. And if we have put too much energy in telling our children that, hey, focus on being basketball players, sports and entertainment. And would you look at his response? He getting aggravated for him even mentioning. He getting aggravated in his spirit.
Focusing on people on the wrong things?
Not at all. I think the people that have made it, it's important now that we don't become an illusion of inclusion. Okay. The people that made it are definitely
athletics, and we weren't encouraging our kids to be elected officials, you know, be politicians, be police officers, whatever it was. You think we spent too much time focusing on people on the wrong things?
Not at all. I think the people that have made it, it's important now that we don't become an illusion of inclusion. Okay. The people that made it are definitely points of inspiration globally, you know, because this is a global problem. You see what's going on in Nigeria.
You are absolutely right. That was part of the whole globalist agenda, you know, distract the nations with sports and entertainment. And let's just usher in this diabolical, debauchery, wretched agenda where we steal the children's identity. We put all of these alphabet community type programming on television. We tell you you can be whatever you want to be. Hip hop is not what it used to be. Hip hop has now turned into some Transformers and all kinds of wicked, wretched things that, of course, the diddler is involved in. So yeah, they want to push it on all the nations, don't they? Nothing new here to see, right?
You see what's going on around the world. It's a global problem, the whole global diaspora. Us making it and hip-hop being at the forefront and sports being at the forefront.
These are the same circle of people that are highly connected and intertwined together, that got laptops of mass destruction with all kinds of wicked stuff, but we turn a blind eye and we pretend that we don't see it or we don't know it. And I sometimes I wonder, are you just stupid? Are we willfully ignorant to the things that are going on around us? Or do we just not want to know? Because we are in a time and an age where information abounds, right? And if you want to know something, you can know it. But I think it's just so interesting how with P. Diddy and all of these elites, how so many things are coming up that many of us have known for years, right? Even before the Epstein list came out, this was common, I wouldn't say common knowledge, but it was very, you know, lots of people who were in the know. If you were not watching fake news all the time, you understood that there were some things that were going on with human sex trafficking that went very high up, okay? Things we can't even talk about on this channel. And some of the people that you all are looking up to, that you're like, oh, this person is just an icon, like your Barack Obamas and your Joe Bidens and your Hillary Clintons. They are so wrapped up in some deep twisted things, it would make your head spin. And I just feel so sorry for not only people like, you know, Justin Bieber, but so many of the young people who went to Hollywood and they thought that they were going to gain the world, and they gained nothing but trauma. He cannot even look the man in the face as he's giving the interview. He's just balled up. That's trauma, y'all. We just don't even know the beginning of the end of what he endured, right? And I pray, you know, that he comes forth with his story, his testimony, because it could save so many people. I also want you all to take a look at Ali Carter For those of you who don't know her, it's hard to find information on her. But if you go to Rumble, if you go to places like Twitter, you can find information about her story, and it's heartbreaking. It's not anything new for those of us who are aware about, how wicked the elites are, and the things they do in the dark would put you in tears. It would be shameful to even utter or to repeat, as the Bible says, what these people do in the dark. But if you're interested and you want to know, check her out. Her name is 𝔼𝕋𝕸𝕬𝔸𝕬. You're not going to find hardly anything on these YouTube streets because they have sanitized it. But if you go, like I said, to Rumble, and while you're there, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, you all. We got to have a backup way to communicate, because the way they operate in these streets, you just never know. And besides that, you have more freedom to speak. I love Rumble for that, because there's no censorship. So go look her up, 𝔼𝕋𝕸𝕬𝔸𝕬. And I'm telling you, it's an eye-opener, because some of these people, like I said, like the Barack Obamas, the Bidens, the Clintons, all these people and all these celebrities that so many people look up to, Michelle Obama, all these people that you all just have such this great admiration for. And she goes on, 𝔼𝕋𝕸𝕬𝔸𝕬, and she tells how Donald Trump, she never witnessed him at any of these events where they were having all of these sexual explorations with the youngins. And I do mean young. And how they exploited her and so many others. But he wasn't one of them. And she talks about who was there, but it wasn't him. I keep telling you all, you better wake up. This game that is being played is spiritual, and this is not an election like any other you have had in history. Donald Trump is an anomaly. He's a one in a lifetime type of candidate. You don't see him every day, and nor will you see anything like him again. Not in our lifetime, and not before Jesus comes back. So I just wanted to share my thoughts with that. I hadn't said anything about the whole Diddy thing because it's so disgusting, to be quite frank. It is just disgusting, and they have not even hit the tip of the iceberg. They know if he hasn't already, he's going to sing like a canary, and he's going to tell everyone. And then of course they'll try to say that he mysteriously, came up unalived like Epstein, which is probably living his best life somewhere else on another island. And so they'll try to do the same thing for Diddy. And I just pray that these people who do all these wicked things, they don't get an escape. They don't get a get out of jail card free. You know what I'm saying? That they don't just get a pass. Because I just don't buy it when these people mysteriously just, come up unalived. Something don't sit right with me about it. So we'll see what happens with P. Diddy. We'll see what actually comes of it, or will it just circle its way back? And just like that Epstein list, we never know what came of it. We, the people who really know, we know who was on those lists and who was on them logs long before it got exposed. But will it ever make it to mainstream media? Probably not, because they are more concerned about the consumers of human child trafficking than the children. But time is up. All that they're doing to steal the identity of our children, the human trafficking that is just sick. All these children come up missing every day, and you don't get an Amber Alert, and you don't ever think about these things. There's a lot that happens in our world that would blow your mind. And this is why I just pray that people are spiritually awakened so that they're not so naive. People are so naive, y'all. They're like, no one would do that. Is that true? No. It's like, honey, I don't know what planet you think you're living on, but there's some wicked stuff that goes down. And reality can be a lot more stranger than fiction. And that's real. All right, guys. That's it. I just wanted to talk and have a little conversation about that, but go look it up. You'll thank me later. Allie Carter. Remember her name.
Because I want her to know that, you know, she can count on me. But at the end of the day, I don't want to, I'm never going to force myself to be in a relationship with her. It has to be natural, right? So I just kind of, you know, let her do her thing. And if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters and yeah, so yeah.